Hey, I hope that you're having a most marvelous day, my friend. I'm going to be doing a simple, quick, just easy breezy springtime face. I know that so many of you are, whether you're in a vaccinated area and you're able to start going and seeing friends, or just because the weather's getting warmer, you're able to see people, or you're just feeling like a little bit more alive, and maybe you want to do a little something with your face to zhuzh things up. This is going to be the look for you. So come on into this Minute with Mary. Let me know where you're tuning in from, especially those of you who are watching this on the replay. You know it's a replay because there's no live button up above, but I love to see where people are tuning in from. So please, please, please make yourselves comfortable. Say a little hello, as I love to check out your comments. So today I'm going to be focusing on some pretty simple and staple items that I have at MinuteWithMary.com. I'm going to tell you how things have been going here in this neck of the woods, and know that I am going to be focusing a lot of these products in my VIP group. If you're not yet there, super easy. Just go to Facebook and search the hashtag MinuteWithMary, and up will pop my VIP group. I would love for you to come on in, make yourself comfortable, and you'll learn more about these products. Hi, Nancy. Thank you so much for watching from Wisconsin. We got Rachel tuning in from New Mexico. Hope you're doing well. Feel free to put a hashtag Hello Lovely. That's your little way to give me a high five over the interwebs. So the first product that I'm going to be highlighting today is going to be my BB Flawless BB Cream. Have you ever used this? What is a BB cream, right? Well, BB cream is my go-to, no joke, my go-to favorite foundation. Like hands down, any time of the year, any skin type, any skin tone, any age, I'm probably going to suggest that in your like basic beauty bag, that's what I need to start doing. Like basic beauty bag stuff, you're going to be wanting to have some BB cream. I forgot to put on a little bit of my skincare, my friend. So I got to take care of that. Putting on a little bit of eye cream first. Nourish under my eyes. Skincare is different than your beauty routine. I will suggest that your makeup that you use, try to have some so that the skincare is infused in addition, but it doesn't mean that you just put on your makeup if it has skincare inside. You really, really, really want to utilize your skincare. So one of my big things that I'm recommending this year, any year, eye cream. Hydrate under your eyes. It's going to help. Oh, goodness gracious. Can you hear the lawnmower? If so, I apologize. It's spring. This is what happens, right? Neighbors do lawn. Then I'm going to take my SPF protecting veil. So here's a couple of fun facts when it comes to SPF. So we're talking about skincare a little bit and just hydrating and nourishing your skin, making sure that you get like all the goodness going, but it really comes down to you taking care of your skin, exfoliating at least once a week, hydrating it, using proper serums, and then also protecting it from the harmful sun rays. So not all sunscreens are created equally. Can I get it? Amen, right? So many sunscreens will be like icky and goopy, and if you wanted to wear makeup over it, it just doesn't work. This skin sun protecting veil does work well for me. Works really, really well. So I put it on top of my skincare before I do my makeup. It's an SPF 30, and it like really just nourishes my skin without it being goopy or super thick and white, and it doesn't become all slidey for the makeup to walk all like move all over it. Even on days when I don't wear makeup, sorry, my hands, come on. I still love this product. It's great for sensitive skin people. My daughter in particular, if she gets skin like sunscreen near her eyes get all watery and stuff. This has been a great product that I can even use on her. So I might actually be sending a bottle in with her to school. The kids at my kids' school, they take them outside as much as they possibly can, and so I need to start sending her in with some skincare. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to start to send her in with this. So I apply it all over my face and my neck. Can't forget your neck. So many people forget this, and they take wicked good care of their face, and then their neck and décolletage really shows all of the signs of aging. So don't forget that. The problem with sunscreen is there are very few sunscreens that last super duper long. Okay, so you could put sunscreen on in the morning when you're doing your makeup routine like I am now, using a good sunscreen that sits well underneath makeup. And then by lunchtime, if you go on a lunchtime walk and you haven't reapplied sunscreen, you're going to be in trouble because it's not working anymore. So there's a couple other products that you can use to put on top. The one that I like to use, it's by the brand Coola, Coola, and it is a setting spray with sunscreen in it. I do not currently sell a setting spray with sunscreen. I used to have like an SPF powder. Right now, it's not being produced right now, but I'm hoping that I am going to come out with another product that you can reapply throughout the day. But if you are someone who's like, girl, you're talking to me, I put makeup on, but then I don't want to mess my makeup up, because you don't want to take, you know, your SPF protecting veil or your goopy lotiony sunscreen and smear it all over your beautiful makeup at lunchtime or at 3 p.m. or whatever. So get yourself as I said, the brand is Coola, C-O-O-L-A, and it's like a 30 SPF setting spray. There's also a Neutrogena, I know has one that you can spray over your makeup. That one makes you look really, really dewy though. So if you like the dewy look, go for it. If you're like, I just want to have something that protects my face but doesn't make me look super different, the Coola one will be for you. Rachel says, my most recent order arrived on Mother's Day. Yay, I love the BB Flawless. I was scraping the bottom of the bottle. It arrived just in time. So fun fact with your BB Flawless BB cream, you do not need to wear primer for it. I love primer for every single foundation. It's going to fill in your pores, fill in your fine lines, hold onto your makeup kind of like a Velcro. If in a pinch, or if you're a makeup minimalist, you do not use primer underneath this product, you're going to be okay. Fun fact, you're gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not gonna give you the most long lasting as if it would if there was primer, but because this doesn't settle in your pores or your fine lines, that aspect you don't have to worry about with BB Flawless. It is just gonna give you like this really nice natural look. So what you can see in my face is you can see my freckles, my cutie little freckles, which you'll be seeing more of this summer. Even though I protect it from the sun, it will still come through. But you'll also see, you know, just some age spots and things that have happened to me over time as I've aged. This will not fully cover that. So BB cream is light coverage. So Rachel, I know you're here in the comments. You can tell me a little bit more about why you love it. I love it because it takes my skin, still looks like my skin, gives me that no makeup look, but evens things out just a little bit. So if you have a lot of redness to your face, or if you've got some age spots, or if things are just a little blotchy, this helps even it out. Now you can bump up the coverage to more medium if you use a tool, if you use a blending bud, if you use a kabuki brush. If you want it to be really nice and light coverage, you just use your fingers. Ulta has a setting spray with SPF 2. It's the Ulta brand. Ooh, what's the number? Do you know, Rachel? Because I might have to try that one out too. I'm always on the lookout for new products for you all. Yes, I have my website, MinuteWithMary.com, but if I don't love a product, I won't be telling you about it. I'll be telling you what works for me. Or if I don't have that kind of product, like I don't currently have an SPF setting spray, I want you to use SPF setting sprays this summer, okay? Promise me. If you've got no makeup on, obviously you can just keep reapplying and slathering on your SPF lotion. But if you've got a little makeup on, we want it to look fab. We want it to look fab all day long. All right, so as I said, you do not have to wear primer. If you want to keep like a true like little dewy look and be easy breezy, you can just go in without primer with your BB cream. But those of you who've been around town with MinuteWithMary.com, you know one of my favorite phrases is it's a crime not to prime. Goodness gracious, my brain is not working well today. It's probably this lawnmower that keeps going off. It's a crime not to prime. I generally do use primer, even under BB cream, but for today I'm just doing fast and simple. So you can apply BB cream with your fingers. This is one of the other reasons why I love it. There are so many people who tune into my videos or tune into my site and they say, listen, Mary, like I don't wear makeup. I like really don't wear makeup, but you know, whether it's just over time with age or I have a special event coming up, I want to just try it and get used to it. I will say use the BB cream. And if you feel comfortable, use your fingers, because a lot of people will feel pretty comfortable with their fingers. So I blend it onto my neck a little bit, over to my ears, making sure it's in my hairline. When it first went on my face, you might have been like, girlfriend, that is way too light. Here's the cool thing with BB cream is that because it's such a light coverage, meaning it's not like super duper coverage, it just kind of like blends into your skin as you blend it. It just helps, I don't know, make it look like it's your skin. And even as I get a little tanner, I can probably still stay with this color. When I'm hardcore spray tanned, I do go up a shade. So I am someone who has like my winter shade and then my summer shade. And sometimes I mix the two. But honestly, it has such versatility to it that you can probably just use the same shade spring, summer, unless you get super duper dark, and then you will want to go up a shade. Rachel says it has SPF 50. It's real good. Ooh, yeah, because the one that I use is SPF 30. So I'm going to check that one out, Rachel. Thank you so much for the recommendation. So as I said, if you wanted more coverage, say you, like me, have a couple of things that you're not necessarily confident about, age spots, blemishes, scars, you can do one of two things. You could take that BB cream and you can add a little layer just in that particular area. Maybe you put it on with a brush and you just touch it up there. Or you can go in with a concealer and kind of spot treatment things. So that's what I'm going to do. I have almost fully gotten rid of my fake tan from the wedding, but I don't know if I'm yet this color. Oh, I think I am. Good. Hello. 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 Let's see, just covering all my little areas that I am not particularly secure about. And then what you do is you take your blending mud or you take your brush and you just kind of pat and swirl. This is the same technique when you're using eyeshadows. If you just kind of like swirl it, it's going to keep color saturated. Swishing things all around the place will make things be diffused and a little lighter. So look at that. Because they're both cream-based products, they just blend seamlessly together. I have some friends who actually mix in the back of their hands some BB cream and concealer together, so that way they can have more of a medium to full coverage all over their face, and yet keeping that really nice, dewy look to their face. For me, I just find I can spot treatment, and then I'll be good to go. And then I also like to go underneath my eyes and in that inner corner, because, whew, I've been a tired lady recently. I do a little bit on my upper cheekbone right there. I take my ring finger. Less is more when it comes to this concealer. I'll be real with you. I think I just applied a little bit more than I normally would. I bring it up on my upper eyelid as I do have discoloration there. Now, concealer is not necessary in my like beauty basics minimalist bag, but I will tell you that if you are looking for a difference, if you feel like you look tired, if you feel like this pandemic has made you look a little like, ugh, Grim Reaper, concealer is going to be your jam. I'm telling you. So I'm just going to take that kabuki brush once again and just blend it in so that there's no harsh lines. Less is more with this concealer, but this concealer, once again, has that skincare element. It has caffeine. It has lovely vitamins to help plump and enrich and work on the anti-aging of that under eye skin. Look at that difference. I mean, I can see it. Oh, yes, I can see it. Can you? So this doesn't scream like hardcore makeup, crazy layers. Like, no, it just makes me feel like I'm me and I don't look like a tired mom. If you do not have concealer yet through me, I can do a color match for you in a jiffy. Woo, shedding. I could do a color match for you in a jiffy. This concealer will last you a year. So all of my makeup and my tools are currently on sale this month. And I create a custom bundle for you. And this week I'm focusing on this bundle right here, working with the BB cream, working with some concealer and some bronzer, and a wee little bit of mascara, and then a little lippy, just to help you have that extra color and pop. Really, really easy. And this would be what I would consider like my minimalist beauty bag. You know, just a little bit of concealer, a little bit of BB cream, add a little bit of bronzer. When you do bronzer, you don't necessarily have to do blush. I like blush, but you don't have to do blush. So let's get into the bronzer, shall we? Got a new one. Now, I will tell you, my team is working on reformulating bronzer, but this bronzer has been so good that it was discontinued, and we brought it back for a limited edition only. So I bought a whole brand new one because I love it so much that it's like my favorite. There are 3 different shades depending upon how bronzed you want to go. Do you want to have a bit more of a blush bronze? Do you want to have it be super dark? Or do you just want like that sun-kissed glow? I'm going for the lightest shade. This is the shade Sunset. As you can see, I'm a pretty fair person, so I just want to have a little bit of something to warm that up. I'll be doing that in a hot second. Rachel says, I love this sale. It's a great way to stock up on the essentials. I agree. Before I put the bronzer on, I am going to go in with a little bit of setting powder. So this is one of my essentials, is my setting powder. Whether you get setting spray, setting powder, prime and set powder, this is the hairspray for your face. So if you want to be mask proof, if you want to keep it on your face all day long, even if you didn't wear primer, I want you to use a setting product. And we're thinking now, of course, here we are going into spring, into summer, sweat. We're thinking about, once again, still having to wear some masks. The setting powder is going to lock it in your face so it doesn't come off. The sweat is really combated. If you're someone who gets oily, this will help eat away the oils so it doesn't break down your makeup. It also helps diffuse those fine lines and pores. I like to make sure wherever I put concealer, I do a light dusting of that setting powder just to lock it in place. It also mutes a little bit of the dewiness. So even though I love the dewy look, I find it to be super youthful and everything, dewy, so shiny, wet looking, will show your texture. It will show your texture more. So if you've got, a lot of big pores right here, the dewy might kind of highlight that so you could see the crevices, especially if you didn't wear primer or anything like that. But putting on a little bit of setting powder will mattify that, so it just kind of gives this nice little instant blurring effect. So I just take a big old fluffy brush, a setting powder brush, and dust a little bit on there, and then it's locked it in my face. The other great thing about using a setting powder is now you can use powder products on your face without it kind of getting like mucky or muddy. So here we go, bronzer. You can use bronzer to contour, to chisel your face, make it look a little thinner, and you can use bronzer to give yourself a sun-kissed glow. I'm going to go for a sun-kissed glow today, because why not? It is the first day that it is like sunny and lovely. Henceforth, my neighbor is mowing his lawn. What I like to do, I've got this new powder puff brush, is I just kind of apply it on the bronzer. There's a shimmer side and there's a matte side. And then what I like to personally do is just roll it inside the rim of the product right there. This makes sure that the product is honestly all over that brush. Sometimes when you hit it on the brush, it just hits like right in the center. And if you don't get it all over the brush and you're moving the whole brush over your face, you're only getting the product from that one saturated area. So I even do this with my eyeshadows. I'll pat it in the eyeshadow pan and then I'll kind of rub it all around somewhere else just to make sure the product is dispersed. So if you are contouring, you're making a 3 or an E around your face, around your forehead, like the hairline, underneath the cheekbone, and underneath the chin bone. This will slim and contour your face a little bit. Okay, just adds a little bit of that dimension. But if you're going for a sun-kissed glow, you want to think about where the sun hits. If you were to be outside and not necessarily have sunscreen on, where would the sun hit? The sun would hit more along this area of your face, kind of like a W. Okay, so going over your nose, onto your upper cheekbones, and might also hit you a little bit on that forehead, so the higher portions of your face would be getting a little bit of that glow. Hi, Blake. How are you? Do you like how I said that? Hi, Blake. Like our little lass would do. So this, once again, is more of a bronzing kind of technique, hitting where the sun would hit. Bronzing doesn't mean you need to be Oompa Loompa orange. Bronzing just means enhancing, add a little bit of tan, adding a little bit of that glow. You can apply it all over your face a little bit if you'd like. I like to bring it down the sides of my neck. Sometimes I even put a little bit on my décolletage if I'm feeling it. And once again, I like to enhance underneath my cheekbones, but it just makes me feel like not like I've been pasty and the Grim Reaper. So this, once again, it's the lightest shade. It's called Sunset. If you are fair, this will be your jam just to give you that little sun-kissed glow. I am going to be demonstrating the other colors on me later this week. Let's move on to the lippy. So if you, oh, you know what I do need? I need some brows. Do you have brows, or do you have to draw them in every day? So many people, like over tweezed or just with age or due to health conditions, do not have brows. Oh, this hair. I have a lot of hair, in case you can't tell. And because I have a lot of hair, I have a lot of thick brows too. What I love about my brow liner pencil is this spoolie end right here. So I do it after I've put on the majority of my makeup. I comb through my brows, really make sure the shape is nice. And then there's this itty bitty twist up pencil right there. And what's awesome about this is it creates realistic hair-like strokes. So you can either really structure your brows, and if you don't know how to structure your brows, I can definitely help you. Or if you're like me and you just want to do a little bit of cleanup on aisle 9, clean up aisle 9, that's what this is good for. Why am I including this in like my basic, beauty bag necessities? Because brows frame your eyes. Brows honestly frame your eyes. If you wear glasses, you definitely want to do your brows. If you want to make your eyes pop, you do your brows. people who don't have brows, they look a little different. They look a little different than what we're used to, but also they're the fountain of youth. Believe it or not, it's one of the first areas that show your aging. They can go gray, they can thin out and have balding spots. So just getting a simple brow liner like that makes a huge, huge difference. I don't necessarily need to go hog wild with mine, but I do need the structure. All right, so the other thing I wanted to show you about that bronzer before I totally put it away is you can use it for eyeshadow. Did you know that? It's one of my favorite hacks. It's perfect because it already matches the makeup on your face. You just take a fluffy blending brush and apply it as a transition shade. You can use it in conjunction with other eyeshadows. So maybe you have a liquid eyeshadow that you love or other pressed eyeshadows or just this alone. This, no joke, is like my go-to summertime look. BB cream, I do use primer. That's the only difference. BB cream, and I do some bronzer, and I do some concealer to help me look and feel like I'm a little bit alive. I do a little bit of bronzer on my eyes. Rachel says, I've been using the Lash Serum on my brows, and they are nice and full now. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad. It's one of my favorite things with that Lash Serum. A lot of people don't necessarily need it for their lashes, but they're like, I have super thin brows, and it does. It helps. It's a deep conditioning treatment. It's such a great product for your brows, too. So there we go. Bronzer for your eyeshadow. Look at that. So amazing. Talking about lashes. So our little itty bitty lashes, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like to do glue-on falsies or, like lash extensions or anything like that, but you like the look and the fullness of it, I want to talk to you about the 4D Epic Mascara. This mascara, I know it's Rachel's jam. I know it's so many other people's jam. It's such a great product. You can or cannot curl your eyelashes. A lot of us have this tool. I honestly don't use it that often, but I figured I would try it today and see how it goes. If you have particularly long lashes, I do recommend that you curl them because sometimes they get a little heavy. If you wear glasses, which I'm wearing today, I recommend you curl them so that way they don't hit your frames. So that's when I frequently curl them, is when I wear glasses. I start things off with my Lash Primer. Lash Primer daily deep conditioning treatment separates your lashes and will give you even better lash results. If you haven't added this into your makeup routine yet, you may want to try. It is not necessary in your basic bundle. I do recommend a mascara, whether it's my everyday Epic, whether it's the waterproof, whether it's the dramatic 4D. Mascara makes a huge difference for bringing out your eyes. So I like to add Lash Primer, but as I said, if you are someone who's really on the basics of your beauty maintenance, or if you're just beginning, you do not need to get Lash Primer. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy, Rachel, that this is your favorite, the 4D, that I will be applying in a moment. I have not used a mascara that is as good as it. I will tell you, if you're looking for dramatic results, if you like the way your lashes look with mascara, you have to try the 4D. There's just nothing like it. It's so good. So it comes in this beautiful purple tube. It has little itty bitty microscopic fibers built inside of it. And what those do is they make your lashes look fuller and longer. So I hold a mirror looking down. I place it right next to where my lashes meet my eyelid, and then I wiggle and I pull up. Wiggle and pull up. Wiggle and pull up. This coats my lashes beautifully, with or without that lash primer. I do like to do the backs of my lashes at this point. So looking down, I just do the backs, and then I go back and I do the fronts again. It's like when you're crossing the street, you look left, right, left again. So front, back, and then front again. Now notice I'm not re-dipping. I see way too many people re-dip their mascara wand a bunch of times. First off, if you don't have mascara product on your wand, it's probably because it's expired. So mascara needs to be changed out every 3 months. If you've had the same mascara since Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's, it is time for a new one, my friends. It is time. It's just, mascara just doesn't have the best shelf life. So that's why you need to do it at least once a season. And that's how much product is inside of it. So if you've been using the same mascara for a year and you're like, oh man, there's not enough, it's probably because there isn't enough. You probably ran out. It's just not see-through bottles. They should make mascara see-through bottles, shouldn't they? Jennifer says, I keep forgetting I have the primer. Oh, Jennifer, you need to put it on your on your vanity or somewhere, because you need to try that out and let me know what you think. I'm going to have to put on some right now for the heck of it. Thank you. You're welcome, Jennifer. Let me know what you think of it. It's really extraordinary. It makes such a huge difference. And as I said, if you use it daily, it's giving you that deep conditioning treatment, just really fortifying your lashes with some awesome, awesome vitamins. Now, if you consistently have an area on your eyelashes where they kind of get clumpy together, for me that's right here, you may have an eyelash cowlick. Just like the hair on your head can have cowlicks, these little hairs on your eyes, they can have cowlicks too. So just know that it may not be the mascara, it may not be user error, it just may be a cowlick. A couple other things I love to tell people. When you have your mascara, please do not pump your wand. You're just pumping air into your wand, so that's not good. If you are running low, you can actually spin your wand like this as you're pulling it out. That will help get the extra product on the sides. You also don't want to pull it out too quickly. I sometimes like to spin it slowly like this. The other thing I don't want you to do is scrape it off on the outside. If you scrape it off on the outside, you're literally just depositing a whole bunch of product right on the top of that bottle, and all it's going to do is dry out. And you will be so sad. And then you're going to be like, why is this mascara always crunchy and flaky and everything? Well, it's because you're pulling it out, and the last thing that goes on it is dry, gross, old mascara. So if you get too much mascara on your wand, I'm going to suggest you do a couple of things. First off, if you get too much on it, put it right back in and start over. Pull it slowly and wiggle it slowly as you go. And this goes for any mascara that you have. Do not scrape. If it still comes out and you've got too much, maybe it's a brand new tube and it's like chunky, not chunky, but like really full of the product, just get a tissue paper and blot it off, okay? Do not scrape. Do not scrape, or else you're honestly like ruining the whole bottle. Every time you pull it out, you're just going to be getting old, dry mascara on your wand, and you will be very, very unhappy. Hi, Amy. How are you? Now I'm going to go right here and just get that outer, honestly, outer third of my lower lashes. And here's a little tip for you. So I'm wearing my glasses today. I am not doing all of my under eyes. I am really focusing on the outer third and honestly just like the tips of my lashes. If I were to take my mascara all the way to the base of my lashes, I'd be drawing like a line to let you know this is where my eyeball ends. But by doing just the tips of those lashes, as I get a little on my face, just by doing the tips of those lashes, it kind of plays this optical illusion where it's like, oh, maybe Mary's eyeball is bigger. Maybe her eye is more wide open. And particularly because I'm wearing glasses, it's like a little optical illusion. So if you want your eyes to look bigger, put that mascara really more on the tips of your lashes rather than the whole bottom lash. This goes just for the bottom lashes. And focus more on that outer third. You can even put a little extra right there. And it almost gives you this like doll-like look to your eyes. But then when you put your glasses on, it's hard to see because of my light, it just helps it be a bit more punchy, looks a little bit more big and open. Never knew about that until I joined your VIP group. Yay! Hey, Glow Loves, how are you? Never thought of that for the lower lashes. Yes, awesome. This is what I'm here for, guys. I am here for all these little tips. So once again, quick, easy makeup. Obviously, I've been here now for 26 minutes. Doesn't look quick, but I'm going through you why I chose these items, and honestly, it can be quick. And all of these items can be bundled up and give you a massive, massive savings. So this month, if you need to refill, or if you want to like get a beauty bag, you know what I mean? Like start anew. This is the month to do it. It's my birthday month, so I'm just saying like, I'm going to have a big old sale on my favorite things, which pretty much means everything makeup. Makeup and tools. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite nude lipstick. This is the shade Easy Street. It is just a delightful nude, kind of pink, natural color. This is my mask-proof lip. I'm telling you, if you do not yet have this color in this product and you like to have a little something on your lips so you don't look like you have pale lips, this is the one you want. This can also double as blush. You could take a little bit and like pop it on your cheeks. It's a gorgeous flush shade, so it's kind of like a cream blush. But what's awesome about this is it looks like a natural lip color, but still with color on it, so you don't look completely pale. So it's not a super glam makeup look, right? Once again, we're going for like a very natural, light look. But once you let it stay on your lips for a little bit, you can wear it and it stays on for hours and it will not come off on your mask. Hallelujah. If you need a matte proof lippy, you want to look for something matte, not glossy. If it's something like a gloss, it will come off on your mask, okay? But look for something matte. And then another couple of tips you can do for it. So you got to go out the door. You're like, girl, I need this to be mask proof right now. You take that setting powder that we were using earlier. Just take a little bit of it and plop it on your lips. And now that is like not gonna budge. Another thing you could do is you could take a tissue paper and blot a few times. Matte means it will most likely be less transfer. This color in particular I've had loads of success with. It's called Easy Street once again. So those are my items that I'm highlighting today. Really fast, really easy. I'll run through it again. I did put on some skincare. I did put on some SPF protecting stuff. You need to take care of your face. Need to take care of your face. For makeup, I put on some of my BB Flawless BB cream for a really natural look. Great, all ages, all skin types, all skin tones. Doesn't sink in pores, doesn't sink in fine lines. It's just a great natural look. So I applied that. Then I went on my darker age spots and underneath my eyes with some concealer. This thing will last you a year, no joke. It is the best concealer I've ever used. I set all of that with some Behold setting powder to keep it on my face, make sure it's mask proof, make sure my oils won't eat away at my makeup throughout the day, and it also kind of diffused the look of my pores to really give me this flawless look. Then for the sun-kissed look, I went in with my limited edition bronzer. So I showed you how I contoured, but also how I just applied it so it looks like I have a sun-kissed glow. More on the tops of my cheekbones, the top of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and I just used the lightest bronzer shade that I had there. I went in second to last with some mascara products. So I did my Lash Primer. You do not need to do this, but if you want to take your mascara results up a level, Lash Primer is going to be your jam. I used my 4D mascara. It gives that nice, full, thick, voluminous look. My favorite, particularly behind glasses. It really gives that big punch that I'm looking for when I'm wearing my lenses, and I want to make sure you can actually see my lashes. So that's why I really went nice and big there. And last but not least, my lipstick, my matte Opulence lipstick in the shade Easy Street, gives that beautiful nude shade, stays on my lips whether I'm eating, drinking, wearing a mask, and it's not necessarily like a showstopper. So this right here, I'm telling you, like if you don't have some of these items in your makeup bag and you would like some help, I would love to help you. I love to help people just feel a bit more confident and polished. You do not need to wear makeup. If you're like, girl, I don't want makeup ever, you don't need to. There are many days that I don't wear makeup, but for me, I put this on, I don't know, I just feel like a little sassy, and I feel a little like polished, and I just feel more like me. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's like wearing your favorite jean jacket or putting on your favorite pair of shoes. Sometimes you just put something on, you're like, there I am. There I am. So I hope you all have a great day. If you learned something, please let me know in the comments below. If there's other things that you want me to tackle, let me know, as I hope to be coming here live more frequently now that I'm done officiating my friend's wedding and things are kind of back in gear. And lastly, I would love to remind you, I have a VIP group here on Facebook. You just search the hashtag MinuteWithMary, request to join my VIP group. I'm going to have loads of tips and tricks to help you feel confident and polished, like I said. So I hope you have a great day. Go out there and create your own